paradise. Hi you guys, welcome back to a You Love Zelos tutorial. Let's just jump straight into this video. So as you can see, I did her brows off camera and I've based her eyelids with concealer as my eyeshadow base, and now I'm going in with a MAC press powder. I really love this shade because it's a beautiful shade for a transition. So I'm just packing that on to her eyelids. And as you can see here, I asked her to raise her eyebrows for me so that I can have more space. You can manually do this yourself by actually lifting up the eyebrow yourself, but if the client can, you can just ask her to do so. Now the next step is applying a deeper brown into that crease. I'm just using a clockwise and anti-clockwise motion, or method should I say, to apply the eyeshadow. So I first start off by packing on the eyeshadow, then I do the anti-clockwise and clockwise method, just so that I can get the product on there. Next step is packing on that black eyeshadow onto the eyelid, and this is going to cover majority of the eyelid, but I'm packing it strategically. I'm not just putting it anywhere. I just want to keep it mainly on the lid. I don't want to go too high into that brown because it's going to lose the gradient effect if I do that. Now I'll go back with that brown and I'm just buffing out that black eyeshadow. I'm really just blending that brown and black into each other so that there aren't any harsh lines and you get that smooth gradient effect. And yeah, we don't want any harsh lines with a smoky eye. And I know I've done about 2 smoky eye tutorials already, but you know what, it doesn't hurt to have another one. Now I'm going back with that first transition shade that I applied, and I'm just blending the transition shade into that brown. Simple, just 3 eyeshadow colors, nothing hectic. The next step is liquid liner. I'm using the liquid liner at the top and I'm going as closest to the lash line as possible. Now at the bottom I'm using a cream liner, and as you can see I'm pulling that eyelid down so that I have enough space and I don't irritate my client's eye. So I pull it down just to expose the area so I don't make any mistakes and poke my clients in the eye. At the bottom you only use a pencil or a cream liner. You never use a liquid liner at the bottom in the waterline. And so here I'm applying eyelashes from You Love Zelos Cosmetics. And with that same liquid liner, I created a fox eye. And as you can see now, I'm just cleaning up that fox eye with concealer. This is a very intricate technique. I'll probably do a separate video for it. And here I'm just applying that gold that I had forgotten in the inner corner. I've prepped my client's face off camera, and now I'm going in with her foundation. Once I've blended all that foundation in, I go in with a highlighter. So this is about 2 shades lighter than her foundation. I apply this underneath her eyes. You'll see me applying it on her nose and her forehead. And now I'm sculpting. I sculpted her nose with the contour, and I've sculpted her cheeks with the contour as well. So now I am setting her under eye with a mixture of a yellow powder and a translucent powder. So I asked my client to look up, and before I set her under eyes, I make sure that there are no creases. Then I apply my powder, because you cannot put powder on an area that has creases. It has to be smooth. So here I'm just emphasizing my nose contour again in case it disappeared, and I'm just blending out those harsh lines on the edge, on the corners, on the edges, so that I'm able to apply my powder. And so here I'm just removing the excess powder that may have been left over from me setting her under eyes. The next step now is setting that contour with a powder contour. So it's always best to set your cream products with powder products for durability and for the makeup to really marry well into the skin. And same thing I'm doing with the nose. Now I'm applying blush. As you can see, I'm holding an eyeshadow palette. I decided to use one of the eyeshadow shades as blush. And here I'm just repeating the same steps that I did on the top on her eyelid. I'm repeating the steps at the bottom of her eyelid, of her eyes, so that everything just looks unison. It's a continuation. So now I did it in reverse order though. So I started off with the black. I blended the black out with that deeper brown, and then I ended with that first transition shade that we applied. This just joins everything together and creates that smokiness that we know and love. Now it's time for mascara, and oh my word, my client had such beautiful long bottom lashes. They were longer than my top lashes. They were absolutely gorgeous. And bottom mascara, people tend to leave it out, but it makes such a huge difference in your makeup routine. You should try it out. And I had to fix her head here because the more I'm doing her under eye, the more her head was going back and back and back. So now I am applying highlighter and iridescent. Everyone loves a good highlighter. You probably don't remember half the shit a nigga did for you. Yeah, you ain't really fuck with me way back then, but how about now? Cause I'm up right now. And you suck right now. Oh, you thought you had it all figured out back then. And here I'm going in with one of my favorite lip combos. So the lip liner I'm using is from LA Girl. It's a beautiful brown liner in the shade Chocolate. The second step in my favorite nude combo is this liquid matte lipstick from L'Oreal in the shade Chocolate. No, I'm lying. It's not called Chocolate. It's called Sweet Tooth. It smells divine. And lastly, I'm applying a pink lip gloss from You Love Zilo's Cosmetics just to tie in everything together. It's in the shade Savage. I absolutely love this nudie pink combo that I created. And now we're setting everything together. One of my favorite steps. Everything just blends and melts in together with the setting spray. And here she is looking at herself. She couldn't believe how gorgeous she looked. And I think she looked absolutely amazing. And here are the final results. I hope you liked the video. Please comment and definitely subscribe and share the video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if this is your first time here, welcome, and I hope you do enjoy it over here. Thank you. Bye.